All right, here we are in week 6 of post loose skin recovery. Thanks for following along and keeping up with me. So I'm 6 weeks in. I'll show you pretty quickly here. 6 weeks in, fleur de lis or FDL or fleur de lis pandectomy, hip up to middle. Still have my chest. Still GoFundMe raising for my chest. But I will show you quickly. I'm going to take off my shirt. And I'm going to take off my binder and show you kind of what I'm still dealing with. You're not going to see the stitch abscess, which I have. I have that covered, so don't worry for your sensitive stomach. But I will show you everything else. And so I'm going to put this down because I usually have a hat that I can hold it on, and I can't do that. So hold on one second. As you can see, I still have a little bit of a trouble area, but here we are. It's about 3 or 4 o'clock. I've eaten today, so there's a lot less for what I eat to hide. But here's how we're healing here. So 6 weeks in, I'll do a little bit of breath work so you can kind of see what you can see, what you can't. If that kind of gives you. So this appears to be, and I can't really flex it. I'm still very swollen, but this appears to be where kind of my this obliques, whatever this muscle is. That's what this appears to be. This appears to actually be some excessive weight that this side doesn't have, if you notice it. You can't really. I'm going to flex my abdominal muscles. See if there's, it's been 6 weeks since I've worked out or done anything. So she did say I had a nice abdominal structure, which is a big focus or has been a big focus of mine. Usually the stronger your core, the less your lower back hurts. And so I've always had lower back issues being over 500 pounds. But here we are as far as my chest. So I still have that. Doing a GoFundMe for that. If you're able to contribute towards that, I'd appreciate it. Essentially, when I'm able to raise it is when I'll get this done. And essentially what she's going to do is just cut this bad boy all the way through here and not go through my arm. So as an update, not going through my arm, which is nice. So essentially taking this, and then I'm going to get a tattooed nipple. So this will be completely removed. There will be nothing there. But as far as everything else, it's healing well. So all of this is healing. This is still very bruised, still very swollen. If you can see a little bit more, still very bruised. That's actually numb. And there's some discoloration right along here. But as far as being able to reach up, move side to side, it's still very tight. I go like this. It's super tight. Like feels like it's tight. I feel like my belly button is the size of my nipple, which is weird. It's a huge belly button. But this is essentially 6 weeks in. So if comparative, what you've seen in pictures, kind of what I've got, this is 6 weeks in. This is all closed. I did have just today a dissolvable stitch that my skin healed over that I started kind of scratching, and the actual dissolvable stitch popped out, and I had to nail clip it. Kind of with the surface, and it looks like it's already been healed over. There's no red spot there, but this is all pretty kind of weirdly numb, weirdly feeling. Some of it's numb, some of it's good. Still swollen here, so I expect this to minimize and go down a little bit more. You can kind of see that it goes kind of as a little angle. I know that this is a 0.5 zoom, so you can see everything. If I go to 1.0 zoom, I don't know if I can do it on 1.0. Whoa. There you go. So there's a little bit of a closer look on how we're doing. Again, I'm going to be keeping it out of the sun, so you're not going to really see any of the scars, hopefully soon enough. Let's go back to 0.5. There we go. Okay, so the binder that I took off, keeping that on for the first 3 months. I still have padding that I put on here. The reason for it is that it's still bruised over here. I do have padding over this because this is where my stitch abscess is. It's the connection point between the up and down and the side to side. That is getting smaller, but it's a very slow. The stitch abscess is healing very slow. It's going to take about 2 or 3 weeks. It's not like a typical scab where 3 or 4 days the scab dries up and it comes off in the shower and you're good. No, this has taken a long time, and every single time I've got something moist like Neosporin, the antibacterial ointment which they recommended. It seems like it gets bigger. It kind of gets this mucusy look, but then it shrinks as soon as it dries, and it seems like it's getting smaller and smaller. Still focused on hydration, still focused on protein, still putting arnica and vitamin E oil on the skin. 6 weeks, I'm still very much bloated. So as far as bloat, I'm looking at a bloat, swelling a lot here. I can see a little bit more, like I'll flex there. So I'll flex, and usually I'm able to see a good definition line just because I've really focused on my abdominal work. But that has all kind of gone away. And this is all just, this is sensitive to the touch. Like that hurts a little bit. This is a little numb. And so I do expect this to flatten out. But compared to 6 weeks ago, couldn't even stand up straight, which I'm straight now. I still feel tightening. It's tight when I stand up. It's really tight. But it seems like the stretch marks are coming in play, and still going to have some additional stretch marks, I assume, especially with all this. But this is 6 weeks in. I am not cleared to completely work out. So 6 weeks is usually, I would say, hip to hip. If you have an incision hip to hip, you'll probably be cleared at 6 weeks to lift. I haven't been cleared yet. They're going to clear me at 8 weeks, probably because I've had the extensive one of going up the middle, but also the fact that she said I was really tight. Like when she stitched me, it was very, very tight. And so it's going to be until another 2 weeks until I get a sign off. And we're going full speed ahead. We're getting into the best shape of our lives, because I still do have an additional surgery for the chest once I'm able to raise funds for it. And once that's done, this will be a lot better healed. This will heal and we'll be in a really, really good position. But we're going to be building the best structured body as we can. We're focusing on high protein. We're knowing exactly what our calorie deficit amount is. I'm going to be pushing on a push-pull legs routine. I'm doing a lot of workouts or reps or exercises to failure, really working on my cadence when it comes to running, seeing what it's like now, not having skin move side to side when I run. I'll still have this, but this was 12 pounds that was holding me back. So I wonder if I'll be a little bit quicker, if my running cadence will be different. I mean, I've got a little bit more freedom. I was carrying weight here, and so when I would run, I'm carrying weight with it. Well, I'm not doing that anymore. So I think a lot of things are going to change with my running, and I think that sub 4-hour marathon is a possibility. I don't know if 2024 because of all this and how long this has taken, but this is probably what I'm looking forward to the most changing, because I can feel that that's a muscle, like that feels like me. But then, so you see the line that goes in, it's like, well, it throws me off because it's like, is this the line that goes in? Okay, is it not as in a muscle, or is that fat deposits? It throws it off because the line here. And so I'm excited for this fade. Now you can see a little bit of almost looks like a little divot there, which the doctor says completely normal. I've been using this clear silicone tape. I'm getting more on Amazon, but I recommend once it seals or once it closes, get that scar tape and have it on a majority of the day, especially with this compression garment. I have that on all day, 24/7. I sleep with it. I only take it off for videos like this and for drying out the wound. I usually do that twice a day, first thing in the morning after my walk, then right before I go to bed. But I have that compression on, and it's going to probably be 3 weeks, 3 months that I'm going to have it on totally, and then I'll go to a compression garment. I might actually move away from that binder to a compression shirt or a compression tank top. But once this heals, this thing has not healed yet, and so I'm just waiting for it to heal. So that's an update. Week 6, here we are, week 6. Looking and feeling good, a lot less swelling. You can see the midsection work there. We're going to have abs once again. I'm ready to get just we'll reference this. Hey, look where we are. And then a year from now, we're going to be cooking something. So there you go. If you have any questions, throw it out in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you could subscribe, and that's another form of how I'm trying to raise funds for the chest, is possibly get into the YouTube creator program to possibly be that source of like, hey, this video blew up, and then all of a sudden it blew up and it gave you the money for what it takes to get your chest done. Why not? Just give us many. That's probably a good life lesson. Try to find as many possible angles for something to work out in your favor, and see what doors God opens. So there you go. Hopefully this door opens and I can get this done, and then we can be done with skin surgery. So there you go. Final look. Here we are. Okay, we haven't lost too much, but we're getting there, huh? We're getting there. Find a way.